This is the unbelievable moment a white cat saved an entire wedding. It was the happiest day of their lives until the unthinkable happened. The perfect wedding was taking place in a beautiful garden. The decorations were glowing in the golden light of sunset. Guests were chatting away as a live string quartet played softly in the background. But all eyes were on the towering 5-tier wedding cake. Sugar flowers cascaded down the sides of the fluffy white icing masterpiece. It was almost too beautiful to eat, almost. As the bride and groom prepared to cut the cake, their white cat Luna decided she wanted in on the action. She weaved in and out of the guests' legs, tail held high, until something unexpected happened. The caterers rolled in the massive cake on a cart, and oh no, not again. One wheel of the cake cart hit a bump in the grass, and the whole thing started to wobble precariously. Guests laughed nervously as the bride watched in horror. "Careful," she whispered. "That cake cost more than my dress." Now the groom tried to steady the cart while the caterers got it righted again, but as soon as he let go, it started to wobble once more. At that moment, Luna noticed the chaos and pricked up her ears. Finally, the cake was placed on the main table. Guests sighed in relief. The best man raised his glass. "All right, everyone, listen up. I just want to say—" Suddenly, the wind gusted through the garden, tugging at the canopy above. The tablecloth shifted and the cake began to lean. Inch by agonizing inch, it swayed precariously over the edge of the table. Gasps echoed through the crowd as the bride and groom watched in horror. It was too far gone. There was no way the cake would make it through the night. Or would it? The bride wanted to reach out, but her hand trembled so badly she couldn't move. The groom lunged forward, but he was just out of reach. Slowly, impossibly, the cake began to tilt back. Hope surged through the crowd. Could this be fixed? Was the cake going to smash into a million pieces? Just when all hope seemed lost, the cat sprang into action. She leaped across the table, racing toward the edge. Then, paws outstretched, she flung herself onto the cake. For a moment, time seemed to stop. Had the cat really saved the wedding? As guests stared in disbelief, Luna landed squarely on the cake table. Her small weight anchored the base, steadying it just enough to prevent disaster. The cake froze in place. It was still swaying dangerously, but it wouldn't fall. Cheers erupted as the crowd rushed forward. The bride knelt before Luna, tears in her eyes. "Oh, my sweet girl," she cried, hugging the cat. "You saved the wedding." Laughing through her shock, the bride said, "Guess we're officially a trio now." The groom kissed her deeply, then scratched behind Luna's ears. "Best man of the year," he said, grinning. With the cake mission accomplished, the cat sauntered away, weaving through the guests like a furry little general surveying her domain. After the cake was restabilized and decorated once more, the newlyweds took their places at the head table. Luna, the hero of the hour, took a seat on a nearby chair, basking in the glow of victory. Guests snapped photos of the cool cat perched majestically at the royal table. Soon the DJ boomed, "Let's give it up for Luna, the cake saver." Cheers roared as the happy couple cut the cake. Before serving each other, though, they placed a tiny slice on a saucer for their heroic feline. On their wedding day, love was shared, vows were spoken, and a little cat became the sweetest part of all. As the party continued late into the night, Luna curled her tail in delight as she licked frosting off her paws. All around her, the crowd laughed and cheered. It had been the perfect day after all.